Soulja Boy, he been canceled. He nobody cares Soulja Boy.
Nervous. I'm like, is he gonna hurt me? Is he making music? I'm so nervous. I go up the stairs and I'm just heart beating, you know what I mean?
Do you think it's a lot of undercover brothers in the industry?
Oh no, Queen!
Not Soulja Boy getting dragged through the mud and exposed for allegedly batting for the other team by none other than Marlon Wayans. Now, I know what you're thinking. What did Soulja Boy do this time? Because Big Draco stays making headlines for all the wrong reasons. But this just took things to a whole new level. So, there's been tension simmering between Marlon Wayans and Soulja Boy for a minute, but what started as typical internet shots escalated real quick. Instead of keeping it at the usual petty back and forth, Soulja Boy went way out of line, crossing into straight-up disrespectful territory. Out of nowhere, he decided to drag Marlon's transgender son into the drama. Big Draco hopped on X and dropped a post saying, "Ain't your son a T-gender that suck D?" And as if that wasn't bad enough, he made sure the internet caught it by following up with screenshots of articles about Marlon supporting his 23-year-old son, Kai. And he didn't stop there. He kept throwing shots, posting, "That F-slur-ish running in the family, huh, Marlon Wayans? No wonder you like dressing up as a bee. It's in your blood." Now, if there's one thing you should never do, it's come for Marlon Wayans like that. He wasn't about to let that slide. Marlon immediately clapped back on X, hitting Soulja Boy with a mix of cold, hard facts and disrespect. He fired off, "You know you can get canceled for transphobic slander like this, right? Lucky for you, you don't have a career. Apparently, you've been canceled for the past 17 years. Crank That dropped in 2007. We still waiting." And just in case people didn't catch it the first time, Marlon doubled down. He reposted Soulja's original tweet with the caption, "If Soulja Boy had a career, he could actually get canceled for this type of slander." Ooh, somebody check on Big Draco because Marlon just ended him. Let's be real. Soulja Boy hasn't been relevant since 2007. And if we're keeping it 100, he's been struggling to hold on to the little bit of clout he's got left. What's the last song he dropped? Exactly! Nobody knows, and even fewer people care. He's constantly reminding the world that he was the first rapper to go viral, the first to break the internet, the first to do everything. But let's be honest, nobody's checking for his music like that anymore. At this point, it's just him screaming into the void, hoping somebody still listens. And by the next day, it was crystal clear that Soulja knew he had messed up. Big time. He ran back to X, wiped all the reckless posts off his page, and hit the internet with the weakest apology you've ever seen. He wrote, "I apologize for crashing out. I just be trying to defend myself, but sometimes I take it too far. Back to the music and TV shows. Love y'all." But let's be real. Who was buying that? Nobody. Because in the very same breath, he tried to justify what he said by claiming that Marlon dissed him first in an interview. So, hold up. Was it an apology or just some last-minute damage control? Because from where we're standing, it looked like nothing more than a desperate attempt to clean up the mess he made. Now, if you're wondering how we even got here, let's take it all the way back. This whole situation started way back in January when Marlon Wayans was on 101.1 The Wiz, talking about Soulja Boy performing at a Trump event. And Marlon? Oh, he didn't hold back. He straight up said, "Soulja, you've been canceled." And just in case that wasn't enough, he kept going. He straight up called Soulja desperate for a check, saying he was out here doing anything for a bag. And to really rub salt in the wound, he joked that Soulja probably didn't even realize he was performing at a Trump event until it was too late. Now we all know Soulja Boy's ego is the size of a stadium. So when he caught wind of that, oh, he lost it. And that's exactly what set off this whole mess. First, Soulja Boy hopped on X, full of rage, and let off a post that was straight out of desperation. He wrote, "Marlon Wayans, you a B and you not funny. Shut up, ninja. Keep selling your soul and sucking the higher-ups' D's." Oh, he was heated. But Marlon was ready. He could have ignored it, could have let Soulja self-destruct. But nah, he chose violence. He clapped back with, "Go sit your lily A," down on some uncle lap and TFU. And from that moment on, it was all gas, no brakes. Marlon turned this into a full-blown comedy special. He dragged Soulja Boy through the mud like he was writing material for a stand-up set. First, he started posting pics, roasting Soulja's entire existence. He dropped a pic of Soulja hugged up with another dude and captioned it, "I'm sorry," mocking Soulja's signature pout, looking like he'd do anything for some meth. Then he upped the ante. Marlon exposed old DMs of Soulja from way back in 2017, begging to promote Marlon's Netflix movie, Naked. Oh, the internet ate that up. And just when you thought it couldn't get worse for Big Draco, Marlon zoomed in on Soulja's teeth and went all the way in. He said, "Tell me Soulja Boy didn't smoke crack. Look at the hot crack pipe burns on his lips." And then he really hit him with the kill shot. Them teeth look like they saying, "I'll suck your D." At this point, Soulja Boy had no fight left in him. He waved the white flag. He scrambled to delete all his posts and tried to play it cool. Instead of clapping back, he reposted one of Marlon's tweets and hit the internet with, "Ha ha ha, this actually made me laugh. Much love to you, fam, at Marlon Wayans. I'm done being mad, y'all." And just like that, Soulja tapped out. But let's not act like Marlon exposed anything new. All he did was put a megaphone on what's already been whispered for years. If you've been outside, you already heard the rumors about Soulja Boy playing for both teams. This ain't the first time somebody suggested he might be double dipping. Y'all remember that white dude, William the Baddie, who popped up on Tasha K's messy podcast, spilling all the tea about Soulja Boy? He straight up claimed that they got it in one night at an event, and that Soulja was with all the smoke. But only when the doors were closed. And that wasn't even the first time people started side-eyeing Soulja. Let's not forget Vivica A. Fox, a whole legend in the game, who had folks questioning him years ago. Y'all remember when she brought up that XXL magazine cover with Soulja Boy and 50 Cent? She didn't hold back. She flat out said that the energy in that photo was giving heavy DL vibes, like there was way more going on than what met the eye. And listen, this industry, it's messy as hell. Gossip flies fast. Rappers love to put on this alpha male persona, acting like they're the biggest players. But behind the scenes, whole different story. So when Marlon threw that little jab, let's be real, he didn't really expose anything new. He just put a megaphone on what's already been whispered about for years. But now the real question is, did Marlon take it too far? Or did Soulja bring this on himself? What y'all think? At this point, Soulja Boy might want to stay off the internet for a while because the internet is not letting up. After Marlon Wayans dragged him for filth, the floodgates burst open, and people started bringing up even more rumors that have been floating around for years. One of the biggest conversations? Soulja's obsession with proving he's the ultimate ladies' man. Y'all ever notice how hard he tries to convince everyone he's pulling nothing but baddies? It's like he's been overcompensating this whole time. And now, people are starting to put two and two together. And let's not forget, this ain't even the first time Soulja's name has been caught up in some suspect situations. Remember when Nia Riley, his ex-girlfriend, came out with those wild allegations about their relationship? She straight up said he was obsessed with control and had serious issues behind closed doors. Could that control come from deeper struggles he's hiding? Then there's that awkward live stream clip from years ago where Soulja low-key panicked when someone joked about his dating history. Dude looked like he saw a ghost. And the internet? Oh, they never forget. That clip is resurfacing and adding even more fuel to the speculation. Now, after this Marlon situation, people are wondering, did Soulja really snap because he was mad? Or did Marlon hit a nerve? Was this just a clapback gone wrong, or was this something deeper? One thing is for sure, Soulja's entire reputation is taking a major hit. And at this point, the streets are talking louder than ever. After all the mess that went down between Soulja Boy and Marlon Wayans, you'd think Big Draco would still be out here fighting for his name. But nah, dude went quiet. And if there's one thing we know about Soulja Boy, it's that he never backs down from drama. Unless there's something more to the story. Ever since Marlon put him on blast, Soulja has been way less active online. No wild rants, no screaming on live, no attempts to get the last word. Just radio silence. And you already know what that means in this industry. People are starting to connect the dots. Social media is running wild with theories. Some folks are saying that Marlon exposed something Soulja wasn't ready to face. Others think Soulja realized he took things too far and knew he had to fall all the way back before his career took another hit. Either way, it's not looking good. And let's not forget, Hollywood is a tight circle. A scandal like this? Oh, best believe people in the industry are paying attention. Even though Soulja Boy hasn't been musically relevant in years, he's still got business deals, brand partnerships, and TV appearances. But after this, he might have just fumbled any chance of keeping those going. At this point, people aren't even talking about Soulja's music anymore. It's all about the rumors surrounding him. And in the entertainment world, that's a dangerous place to be. So now, the real question is Soulja planning a comeback, or is this the beginning of the end for Big Draco? So, is this officially the end of Soulja Boy's clout? Or does he still have some juice left in the tank? And seriously, why do these rappers, pushing 40, keep airing out their drama like teenagers on the internet? Y'all gotta let me know what you think in the comments. And while you're at it, don't forget to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and make sure you check out the next video on your screen. You won't want to miss it. See y'all in the next one.